What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Street Fighter Duel video. Alright guys, now that we got the Dante stuff out of the way, we're going to be focusing on a brand new character showcase, and that is one that I'm going to focus on the Flame side, because I think I've done everything else but the Flame recently. So if we look at the Flame side, the ones I'm missing right now currently are Decapre, Dudley, Mayor Cody, Hugo, and DJ. We're actually going to go ahead and cover Decapre today, and there's a reason why. She is probably one of the most fascinating characters in terms of kits, which I really like, but unfortunately she underperforms, but she has a very, very important usage in the game that a lot of people don't know about. So let's talk about it and kind of cover her and what she's all about. So you can see here I've got her SSS+5. She's a flame unit as mentioned. She's a tech type. She's an assassin, and she is an Unsatsuken style, which is plus 25 attack. We're going to go ahead and do the garage and the passive first. So her garage here, executing a target with the Guardian Mark will make another enemy fighter fear, reducing their attack by 50% for 6 seconds. So actually a pretty decent debuff, but unfortunately it is only 6 seconds. But executing a target only happens like every 40% or below, right? So there is a threshold to meet in order for this to work. Now, increasing execute damage from to 400% of attack increases the damage against bosses to 800%. So the thing with execute, I'm going to point out, you're going to see in her passive, is the fact that execute does not crit. It cannot crit. So it's a really high percentage, but it's not high enough because there's no crit multipliers, in my opinion. Okay, so this is what kind of makes her lackluster. If her execute did crit, she'd be a whole different ballgame. Sorry guys, still coughing like crazy, man. Oh, these kids don't stop getting sick. All right, let me maximize here. Okay, let's start off with the passive here, okay? So restores 20 HP when execute knocks out the target, fills the super gauge by 200 when execute knocks out the target, fills the super gauge by 300 when execute knocks out the target. Decapre gains 20% increased attack during this battle when execute knocks out the target, stacks up to 3 times. So this can actually do really, really well, okay? So here you go. Execute deals damage equal to 300% of attack, cannot trigger crits. If the target enemy is not knocked out, the fighter's attack is reduced by 30%, which is really good, for 15 seconds. Now this goes even higher, obviously, with the cars. When the target is a boss enemy, it'll be damage. The damage reduction won't be affected, and the damage is increased to 600%. So bosses, damage reduction no longer happens, but you do get the 600% of attack instead, right? All right, so let's talk about her super, Rapid Dagger. Teleport consecutively and stab the target 9 times, dealing soul damage equal to 483% of attack. Triggers execute if the target is below 40% of max HP, and this is what I was talking, right? So 40% execute happens. So it's the 483 plus an extra 300% or 400% with the vehicles, or 600% or 800% against bosses. So can do decent damage. This can actually crit though, so that's a good bonus. Increases to 555, so a little bit better in terms of numbers, and then reduces the attack effective to 15% when execute fails to knock out the enemy. So we talked about execute already. Her combo 1 jumps into the chop, jumps up and Ric Flair chops. Woo! Striking the target with the lowest HP. Sorry guys, that was completely uncalled for. Striking the target with the lowest HP percentage 3 times, dealing soul damage equal to 168% of attack. If the target's HP is below 40%, we'll do execute. Immune to control effects, so cannot be stunned or charmed. Reduces the attack effect of the target to 15% if the enemy does not get knocked out by execute. Again, very, very low percentage. Okay, so very low percentage. This is kind of a lackluster move. I don't know who uses this realistically, but it's there. Combo 2 advances in a swirl of purple flame, striking the target with the lowest HP 4 times, dealing 465% soul damage. The final blow inflicts Guardian Mark. Now this is actually useful. Increases damage to 535 and then increases 588, and the duration of Guardian Mark goes to 12 seconds. When taking damage, this unit has a 20% chance to receive soul damage of up to 60% of Decapre's attack. Now this Guardian Mark is affected by everybody, not just her, so I want to point that out real quick, okay? So not bad overall skill-wise, okay? The problem with her is her percentage of multipliers aren't that good, and the fact that she doesn't do crit on her biggest move, which is going to be her execute, makes her lackluster. So she's decent as an assist for the most part, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fighting spirit next, okay? So first off, her bonds, Cammy, so Killer Bee makes sense. Yang, I'm not even sure why. T-Hawk, I think there's some sort of history there, I'm not 100% sure. I got her to 20 here just to test her out. So HP bonus, attack, defense, pressure. Shadow Assassin, Guardian Marks additionally reduces the target's soul damage resist by 10%. So, which means you'll do more damage with it by an extra 10% essentially, right? The assist takes effect when the fighter is in assist position, jumps into the fray every 20 seconds after the battle begins to do Psycho Sting, dealing 48% of attack. Not very good. Additionally performs execute though if the target has 40% or less HP, and that's where it kind of gets better. But bosses don't go below 100%, so this will never happen with the boss. And Every 20 seconds, who knows where you're going to be in terms of the fight. So very unpredictable and unfortunately not very useful. Guardian Mark additionally reduces the target's dodge by 10%, and then Guardian Mark also reduces the soul damage and resist by 20%. So more damage is soul damage. And then lastly, unleashes Rapid Dagger level 3 when a target with Guardian Mark drops below 40%. This is considered a trigger skill and does not cause an attack reduction when execute fails. Trigger intervals every 15 seconds, okay? So execute on top of this will happen at the same time, so giving you a little bit more damage with Rapid Dagger. And if you don't know what Rapid Dagger is again, guys, I believe it's this move. Right here, this move, right? So it does this and then execute as well. So overall, decent FS. You have to get it to 30 to really maximize it. The rest is kind of mediocre. So are you ever going to get it to 30? Probably not. But let's go ahead and do this. We'll test her out. Okay, so let's jump into, what's a good thing to test? We can test a boss out, okay? Just because you guys, actually no, boss is a bad idea because you won't actually be able to see her doing her execute at all because the boss stays at 100%. So we'll try out a match here. Oh, poor combat guy. Okay, let's put in Decapre here. Now, Decapre does play one pivotal role in the Flame faction, okay? She's the fastest Flame unit in the faction. So in Flame Tower, if you're lacking speed, you definitely want to use her. Her best fighting soul, I forgot to mention this, is going to be either Assault because she does multiple attacks, or it's going to be Broken Formation because you want that extra crit percentage for her regular moves. It does not apply at all to her execute, or you can use Martial, which actually works way better for her. Martial is going to be the best one because it is playing off of missed HP on the opponent, which execute will take advantage of the attack bonus that it offers plus the damage bonus that it offers. So Martial is her number one move, okay? So we're going to go ahead and try this out, guys. I don't know how far I'm going to get here. This is a fairly bad team, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. So we'll do this. Elena to stay alive. We'll do C2 and C3. Okay, so you guys can just kind of get a look and feel of how Guardian Mark works and all this other jazz, right? So we're going to slow it down. Yes, I will actually slow it down for you guys. You guys can see it on auto. So here, we can do the damage. You can see there, couple hits there. No extra damage done there, obviously, to Honda. But you can see Guardian Mark is about to land right there. It looks very similar to Hatred Mark, right? Which is, actually Guardian Mark's right there. Let's just see if I can survive this one more time. So let's see if the damage goes up. You can see here, the buff is gone now. Oh god, how do you guys play this? Oh, she's already dead. How do you guys play this on ×1? It drives me crazy. Let's try this again. We'll do it one more time here. We'll do it in ×2. I can't believe you guys actually play this on ×1 ever. Here, let's try ×2 real quick so it'll be faster. Here's the move. Okay, you guys can see here shortly, she's going to be doing right there. There's a Guardian Mark. There's my charm and defense down from the charm. Let's see if I can pull off any more moves here real quick. He's probably going to die right now, unfortunately, which is... Alright guys, let's give this another go here and see if we can do a better attempt here to show off a little bit of her skills. Let's see how she does. I'll do ×2 here so you guys can kind of see it. We're starting off with her super. Yeah, there's the damage there. Of course, execute's not going to work, but there's the Guardian Mark right there. It looks like Hatred Mark, very similar. Okay, let's see if we can pull off some extra damage here. Oh, okay, let's restart. That Dhalsim really messed me up. Okay. There we go. There's a Hatred or Guardian Mark, I mean. So soul resist, dodge lowered, and soul damage resist lowered, right? So yeah, she's gonna get one shot with that. So essentially here we need to get a charm off. So let's go ahead and get a charm off on E Honda and make things way easier. You'll see the difference when charm goes off. So we're almost depending on charm to go off here to cover Honda. Okay, there we go. Got our mark in. Charm get through this time? No, charm did not get through this time again. Okay, so we're gonna keep going here. Yeah, she's not gonna survive that attack. Shut up. Now you can see here the mark is now gone, right? So no longer applies. But at this point, she will no longer be out DPSing anybody. Now this is hard to do because the only way I could really show you guys, another way of showing you guys, I guess, this would be to show you See if I can show you the damage. No, I can't. I won't even show it in multi-teams. The other way I can show you guys this is in PvP, I guess. So let's go to a PvP fight. Because you can't do it against bosses, unfortunately, right? So if I go to Arena... So I'm going to take... I'm just going to take him out, leave MHCan there. And let's put in Viper here as well, okay? So we'll go this, and this. Okay, watch this now. let's give her this for fun. That's hatred mark now on her, okay? So watch. Let's see if we can pull it off. Now I'm not using... She's going to be attacking Bison. So the goal here, obviously there's a huge power gap between me and the opponent, but just to show you guys kind of how it works, right? I just want to show you guys execute, specifically execute. A lot of flash going on, unfortunately, which kind of sucks in this game. You can't just turn that flashy stuff off. Okay, Bison's in the... So watch Bison, okay? We're going to execute Bison now. So angry. Okay, we're gonna see if the damage... You can see the damage difference here. It's really hard to see that, right? But let's see stats. So it is what it is, right? MHK is going to do more. So Rapid Dagger did the most, and that's her special move. So again, really hard to see the execute. Again, with bosses, it really works with guild bosses. No, sorry, not with guild bosses. It doesn't work with guild bosses. Event bosses, because they actually do go below a certain percentage in HP, but it won't work on guild bosses. So it's really hard to show that. PvP, really hard to show as well. Obviously, it's so flashy, even with ×1. But PvE is where you're going to really notice the difference. So again, really good in Flame Tower. Mostly used for Flame Tower. Everywhere else, unfortunately, not that useful. So a great kit, but really low multipliers. And it's not open for me right now. Good speed. So really, this is where she shines. Outside of that, you're not really using her that much, in my opinion, personally. So that's the showcase for her, guys. Again, unfortunately, flame units are not the greatest outside of 3 or maybe about 3 of them. And we'll talk about which faction has the best and worst units in the game in a different video shortly. All right, guys, this is Payne. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.